addressing today is child hunger in America. So, there are 17 million children that are struggling with hunger in America right now. This number is 6 million more than before the pandemic. 2.7 million more families are going hungry, and 1 in 5 US families reported that they did not have enough food to feed their family. In one of the richest countries in the world, you wouldn't think as many children are suffering as there is right now. I didn't know about this until I learned about it in one of my classes, and I realized how big of an issue this is and how we need to solve it. More and more children continue to struggle with hunger due to the effects of this pandemic, and something needs to be done to stop this. So, with child hunger, who's affected? Families are finding it harder and harder to put food on the table for their kids. One hungry child is way too much for me, in my opinion, yet this affects many children in America. So, why is this important to address? No child should have to struggle with an empty stomach or worry about where their next meal is going to come from. Children are innocent and should not have to deal with such challenges. Hunger should not be something any child should face. Children should just be kids and be able to be kids and have a childhood, but yet they have to deal with finding their next meal and if they will survive or not. So who's at stake? So the children are obviously at stake. Sadly, poor nutrition and hunger are responsible for many children that suffer from illness and sometimes even death. This should not even be a thing. No child deserves to worry about surviving or finding their next meal. It's not okay. So some possible solutions to help solve child hunger in America that an individual engaged citizen can do to help are you can donate to organizations like Feeding America's Children and Save the Children. Those are some really good ones I found. You can organize your own fundraisers and events to raise money to donate. You can organize a community food drive with your local schools, volunteer at local food banks and pantries, and sign a petition to tell Congress to pass the Build Back Better Act, which I will explain more in the next slide. So, some current efforts that are already being made to end child hunger is the Build Back Better Act. It is an act that will help families bounce back from the effects of the pandemic. So, according to Save the Children, the Action Network, if passed, the Build Back Better Act would expand affordable, high quality early learning programs, increase access to subsidized childcare, offer universal preschool to every 3 and 4-year-olds, and greatly increase the reach of child nutrition programs. So it would save the average American family thousands of dollars annually, drastically reduce child poverty, and help get nutritious food to hungry kids year round, which is obviously something we need. So the way you can contribute to this effort is by signing the petition at Save the Children Action Network to tell Congress to pass the bill. There are also other efforts being made, which are all the different organizations, like I mentioned, Feeding America's Children, Save the Children, and much more, that help feed the children by taking donations, raising money, etc. And the ways that one can contribute to these efforts is by donating to these organizations, volunteering, and raising money to donate. So, how community engaged learning might solve the problem. So, students in community engaged learning might be able to solve the problem more effectively. Some ways that they can do this is by also helping by donating, fundraising, etc. But with the knowledge of how to do research and on how to organize a service project, they might be able to raise more money than the average person. They can know how to approach the issue with empathy, an open mind, and humility to be able to help these children effectively and without doing any harm to the children. So some specific classes at Snow that I found that can do something to address this problem are classes in the Department of Education and Family Studies, nutrition classes, and obviously this class is a great one. I also found some more that you could look at. So nutrition classes can teach us what good, healthy food is that we can donate. This class can teach us how to create fundraisers and service projects that can help address this issue. And classes in the Department of Education and Family Studies can teach us how to finance that we can help teach other families and how to cook nutritious meals that we can also teach families and prepare those meals ourselves to donate. So, how the problem solution fits into pathways of public service and engaged citizenship. So, I figured child hunger in America and the solutions I mentioned earlier would belong under the philanthropy and direct service pathways. I said that it would fit under philanthropy because the solutions that I mentioned require donating or charitable contributions from individuals or institutions to contribute to helping child hunger. And I said it would also fit under the direct service pathway because the solutions I mentioned aim to solve the problem of child hunger and works to address the immediate needs of those struggling. Um, the level of engaged citizenship with addressing this issue of child hunger in America would fit under the participatory citizen, and the solutions I mentioned involve this is because the solutions I mentioned involve active participation and leadership in the community to help improve the quality of life for the children that are struggling. No child should suffer with the struggles of hunger, let alone 17 million children that are struggling right now with hunger in our own country. Donate, fundraise, sign petitions, volunteer, do your part to help a child with an empty stomach today. We all need to work together to fix this number and fill the stomachs of all the children in America. Thank you.